I was waiting. I was like... I was waiting for it to be 2, and so I decided to go into the museum section, and it was a mistake. I'm lightheaded. Beta clavier designs. Okay, I'm fine. Hello. Welcome back to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. Ace Attorney 4, Turnabout Succession. Hi, Ivy. I am feeling a little barfy today. I'm not gonna lie. So we'll see, and it's the Game Awards at 4:30 my time. So 2.5 hours. So we'll see if we get through the investigation. If we don't, there's like several stopping points. And then we can finish it then on Thursday, or no, Sunday, and then finish the game next Thursday. That's fine. The last time, well, we saw the flashback of Phoenix's last case. The case before he was voted to be disbarred. And now we're getting into something that the Ace Attorney system, or the Ace Attorney series has never done again. But I really wish they would. We're just gonna get into it. Because someone else will explain it for us. That trial 7 years ago was the beginning of it all. This, I know beyond a doubt. The mysteries of the past work their magic on the present. But soon you'll be finding all this out for yourself. Which of Magnifi Gramarye's disciples pulled that trigger? Where did the vanishing defendant, Zach Gramarye, go? What dark truth lurks behind the forged diary page? And what about the girl who was left behind? The past left us these 4 keys to unlocking the truth. But that's not all. There are 4 keys in the present as well. And when all the questions have found their answers, the final trial will begin. But first, you must chase the truth through the then and now. Think of it as a game. I, Phoenix Wright, will be your guide through this game. That terrible trial saw me present forged evidence. It ended, half-finished, when the defendant vanished. What became of me after that? As your investigation proceeds, the answer will become clear. Oh, and one more thing. There is something I must tell you. As Apollo Justice has his bracelet, so too do I have my own weapon of sorts. Phoenix is talking directly to me right now. Hey. Oh my god, hi. Hey. Oh my god. Hey, are you doing anything later? Sorry, let's move on. My Magatama. What does it do, you ask? That I would have you see for yourself. Well now, shall we begin? Use L and R to jump between the past and present. But let's begin 7 years ago. In the past. It is right after my last trial came to an abrupt end. Now that you know the game, let's play. This is so cool, dude. This shit is awesome. It's giving 999 slash like it's giving Uchikoshi. If you know, you know, but a little bit Uchikoshi coded. We're gonna start here. I am using a guide to tell me what order to go to what locations, because otherwise this can take a gazillion hours. You're at about 2,000 words for a 2,700 word paper for a French film noir. Just need to finish the paper. You'll be free for the semester. 간바tte. 화이팅. The nightmare trial was over, and the new nightmare of figuring out what had happened had just begun. I wanted to wake up, to walk away. But I figured I'm the only one who could do this, probably. And besides, I had plenty of time. Thanks to the Bar Association Review Board's decision. It's hard to work when your attorney's badge has been taken away.
Ooh, morning, Daddy.
Well, I'm so glad you came.
You okay, Daddy? They picking on you?
Ha 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 ha. I'm fine, as always. This old boy here is to help me, after all. That's a young man to you. Good morning. That's a cute outfit you have on.
Thanks. Made for shows today, after all.
2 weeks had passed since then. I called her into my office. Trucy, there's something we need to talk about. It's been 2 weeks since your father disappeared. We need to start thinking about your future. I, did some calling around. This is hard to say, but you have no living relatives. So, I was wondering if you wanted to stay with me for a while. Just until your daddy comes home. It won't be long. I hope. Of course, it's totally your choice. If you don't like it here, you can go wherever you'd like. I could look up some places you might like to stay at. This is so weird.
Mr. Attorney, Daddy told me about you. He said I could trust you.
Huh? Really?
So, if I stay here, does that mean you'll be my family?
Huh? I guess so. Getting weirder.
Mr. Attorney?
Actually, why don't you call me Nick? Or you can call me Daddy if you like. It doesn't have to be today or anything.
Okay, say Daddy.
That was quick. Yes?
If I move here, I have to switch schools, right? And I was thinking I haven't paid for lunches at my last school for a year. So thanks, Daddy. Oh, and this office? It's a little blah. A little color goes a long way, you know? Oh, and Daddy, you got fired from work, right? Don't you worry one bit. I'll work twice as hard. We'll make it through this.
Trucy, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 8. But don't let appearances deceive you. I'm a young professional. Stick with me, and you'll do just fine, Daddy.
Thanks. Why does it feel like she's already in charge? That's just who she is. Well, let's look around. It's been a while since we've seen the office looking like this. Quite the collection of law books. My mentor bought all of them. I used to be too busy to read them. Now that I have the time to read them, there's no need. But I can't just sell them. Maybe Trucy will want to read them someday. Nah. Trucy.
Daddy?
Do I look? Sorry. My desk. Not that I have any reason to sit there anymore. I guess Trucy can use it. It's great for studying math, English, geography, magic. I'm not crying, I just got some dust in my eye. An old movie poster hangs on the wall. I finally found out the title after not knowing for the longest time. I actually rented the movie the other day. Cried my eyes out. Just thinking about it makes me tear up. Wait, it's just allergies, really. I should show it to her when she's a little older. Wait, what was it called again?
Huh?
My mentor's favorite plant, Charlie. I guess watering Charlie's my only real job now. Wait, I have a child now. I can't feed Trucy like this. She probably needs more than the occasional watering too, I'm guessing. You can still see that hotel from the window here. Every time I look out, I think back on those old cases. I wonder if the view looks different now that I'm not wearing my old badge.
I really dig the far-out view, Daddy.
Thanks. She must have learned a lot of words from her parents. Alright. Anything I can present to you? Oh, so many things. Let's not for now. Let's talk. I don't want to traumatize this child.
So, Daddy, you got fired from being a lawyer, right?
You could at least kind of look aside or something when you say that. It's actually kind of hard for me, for Daddy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. Wait, is that foolish pride? My other daddy always used to talk about that.
Actually, that's pretty accurate.
So here's my idea. We'll make a new office. Law just seems so stiff, doesn't it? And no one will be my friend at school that way.
Well, that won't do, I guess. I just don't know much about anything other than law. Liar. You know about art, or even much about law if you were to ask some people.
Maybe the problem is calling it an office. We should run an agency instead.
You mean like a talent agency? Forgive me for asking, but doesn't that require talent?
You got me, don't you? I'm a professional.
A professional?
Yep. After all, I am directly descended from the famous Zach Grammary.
Directly descended. He's your father.
Oh, and now I'm directly descended from the famous Phoenix Wright, too.
I think an 8-year-old just massaged my ego. Hold on, I want to see... Oh, yeah, there she is. Yeah, so her legal name is Trucia Nigmar. Okay. At this point, at least. Interesting. So Kristoff was 25 here. Apollo was 15. Can't wait to be done with this semester. I'm going to be reading and writing so much fanfic. Yay! I'm glad. I don't feel like I'll be doing a lot of reading or writing over my break. Could you tell me a bit more about your daddy? Zach Grammary?
Daddy? Sure thing, Daddy.
Which daddy was that again?
Daddy's so amazing. The biggest star of Troop Grammary, and they're big.
The Grammarys. They were on television a lot. Haven't seen them on much recently, come to think of it.
Big magic happens when you put Zach and Valiant Grammary together, you know?
Oh, yeah, it was Valant. Whatever.
Once they meet a giant waterfall right there on the stage. And this giant trout swam up the giant waterfall.
Let me guess, there was a giant fisherman waiting for him at the top?
I wish I could have seen more of Daddy's magic.
I shouldn't have brought it up so soon.
I wonder what'll happen to me with Daddy and Mommy both gone.
Mommy? Yeah, what about Mommy? I haven't heard anything about Trucy's mother.
But I have my magic and a great Daddy, even if he is unemployed. You know, I think things are going to be okay.
I wonder if she'll talk about her mother. So, Trucy, you're a professional? It's so funny, like, her being 8 years old and me working with 8-year-olds. I'm like, yeah.
Yes! It's like that thing they say. Baby frogs grow up to be frogs?
They say that?
I always thought it was funny, though.
What was?
Aren't baby frogs called tadpoles? Maybe they thought it would be easier to understand that way for kids. How stupid.
Right. So, in conclusion, you're a professional magician, Trucy?
That's right. Well, wanna see a trick?
You're going to do a magic trick? Yeah, sure. Actually, I would like to see your trick. The future of the agency depends on it, after all.
That's the spirit. Ready? Here goes. Ta-da!
Hey, folks, it's Mr. Hat. I guess her voice would be more like, hey, folks, it's Mr. Hat. I gotta say, it's good to be seen. Yeah! Whoa, that was startling.
The amazing Mr. Hat. Isn't he great?
Your friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat at your service. He certainly makes an impression.
Doesn't he? I'm so glad you like him, Daddy.
Though my routines do get a bit heady at times. Ah, get it? Heady. My friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat nearly gave me a heart attack. Oh, he's alive. Can I observe him? Okay, it's just that. The ripped out page. Now I see that everything has been a setup. Also, I would present forged evidence to the court. I love the bass line in this song. It's good. Could you tell me about your mommy, if it's okay?
Mommy was so pretty. She was like an angel up on the stage.
On stage? You mean with your daddy?
Yep. She was always there with Zach and Valent, smiling. But then, she went away.
Went away?
It was a grand illusion, but she made a mistake. She vanished, and I guess she didn't know how to get back.
Maybe so.
I cried then, a lot. That's when Daddy gave me this. Here.
Why she kinda... This is your mother? She's beautiful.
Her name's Thalassa. Thalassa Grammary.
Poor girl. I didn't know her mommy had gone missing. And now her daddy's vanished too, right before her eyes.
Hey, Daddy. You won't...
Don't worry. I won't vanish. I promise.
Right. You can't even do magic. You're like a backup plan.
Get his ass.
Daddy always said to have a backup plan.
I guess all I read as is a backup plan. I think that's probably enough for today. Sorry to ask you so much all at once like that.
It's okay. After all, we're family. I just hope you're ready. The Right Talent Agency opens tomorrow.
What? But are we representing anyone?
Me and you. That makes two, Daddy.
I think you need more than that to make an agency. Besides, you may be a magician, but I'm no talent.
Oh, I'm sure there's something you're good at.
Well, when you put it that way.
You mean you don't have any tricks? No old standbys? This will not do. A boy should always have a trick or two in his pocket.
Okay, I'll think of something.
That's the spirit. See you bright and early tomorrow, Daddy.
Welcome to the team, Daddy-o. The team. Right. Sometimes when magicians vanish, they leave something behind. That's how Trucy became Trucy Wright, my daughter. To be honest, I was pretty lost those first few days. Thinking back on it, it was a pretty dark time in my life. But Trucy, happy, smiling Trucy, she was my light. I can't cry, my stomach hurts. Hey! I forgot about that line. God, he loves her so much. They mean the world to me too, Ivy. They're so important. Okay, I'm fine. Here we go. Oh, my lord. Bro, it's been 20 minutes. Shut up, Karma. Dude. It's just sweet. He really loves her so much. Didn't think I'd be back here for a while. I didn't want to have to remember that day.
Oh, I deeply regret having to declare a verdict in this way. This trial is over.
Ah, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Zack?
There is one thing I wish to make clear. Today, in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty.
What are you talking about?
I am talking about this. Mr. Enigmar.
Hi. I didn't think I'd be seeing you today. Hello.
The defendant's escaped. Find him. Quick.
Bailiff, close all exits from the building. On the double, he must not be allowed to escape.
When I came here on that fateful morning, I still had my badge. But now, like an amputated limb, I can still feel it itching. Where do I start? I don't even have the authority to investigate. Hey you there, sir! Down on the hands, floor on your head! Now! What's the big idea? Ugh, my ears.
Hey, King. Hi.
No unauthorized personnel are allowed in here. Aren't allowed in here. My bad. But that would mean all unauthorized personnel are allowed. Zoink! I just say it like it is, sir. And it's usually wrong. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet. You broke up with Jake Marshall? Sorry. We've met before, haven't we? On a case. 2 years ago? No recollection of that, sir. Huh? For me, working on a case is always in the present progressive tense, sir. There is no past. There is only now, sir. Okay. You're the bailiff, right? Yes, sir. Court bailiff Mike Meekins at your service, sir. I've asked to meet with the bailiff at the court who let the magician escape. Let me try to make this as absolutely clear as possible for you, sir. It was me, sir. But you were a regular police officer once, right? Sometimes bad things happen to good people, sir. Is that Shaggy from Scooby-Doo? But even more pathetic. Something tells me it's a long story. Let's not go there. So, you were in charge of security at the time of the vanishing? I'm dying over here! Oh, it's a hard knock life, sir! Thrown out of the precinct. Lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet. Guess I wasn't the only victim. Hey, King. We haven't been able to look at this. I must have seen that painting 1,000 times, but I never really looked at it until now. I guess my head was too stuck in the trials. I never had time to stop and appreciate art. I have time now. Okay, let's appreciate. Actually, it's pretty lame. I actually took a nap on that couch once while I was still practicing law. Boy, was that a mistake. I never even sit on the lobby sofas now. I never let my clients sit on them either. It's bad luck. Yeah, because you got your head smashed in by the fucking fire hydrant, or the extinguisher. You know, I think this was the lobby I used for my very first case. This plant has seen me grow from a rookie to an ace to a has-been. I hate you, plant. Just kidding.
Phoenix Wright.
I guess this door was officially a prop in Zach Gramarie's last show. He passed through that lobby door and vanished. But to where? He choreographed that entire fateful trial according to his grand scenario. I hate magicians. No, you shouldn't say that. You adopted one just now. Hello, King. The last time we met, you were a police officer, right? In fact, you're still wearing your uniform. Sir, I wish I didn't have to tell you this, but last year, tragedy struck a rising star at the precinct. I lost my case files 4 times in 3 days. They fired me. That takes real talent, actually. They don't know what they're missing. So here I am, sir, forced to start from square one, a lowly bailiff. How old are you now? You should be like, what, 23-ish? 24. Yeah. She's so pretty. Deceased. We don't get to know his age, I guess. But your uniform. I took it with me as a souvenir the day I was fired. That can't be legal. So, you were the one who let the magician get away that day. I'm dying over here! Star rises among the court bailiffs, full of hope. Then, tragedy strikes. Is there anything you can tell me about it? About Zach Gramarye's disappearance? Oh, the humanity! That's enough of that. Why, yes, I'd say it was around 2 o'clock p.m. when I heard a commotion in court. I opened the door to see what might be amiss. The door slams open, slam, and some guy's face is right there in front of me. Face! So, you saw someone suspicious coming your way? Yes, and I, being a bailiff of little standing, I gave chase. I chased that silk cat all the way down the hall, sir. I have a diagram of the court building here. Aha! There's courtroom number 7. That's where I was, sir. All by myself. Nary a friend to call my own. Okay, and which way did Zach Gramarye run after bursting through the courtroom door? He went up like this and around the corner like that. So I, with no delay, ran after him with no delay. When I turned the corner, I saw that magic man run into the defendant lobby. Swiftly, I ran. Following him, I threw myself boldly into the room. Why, I remember it like it was right here. Because it was. Lobby number 2, sir. You ran into this room? I don't see any place to hide in here. Believe it or not, sir, I didn't believe it. Here, in this room, the magician, gone, vanished like a puff of smoke. Except there wasn't even any smoke. He was just gone. That's impossible. Yes, that word. Oh, how many times have I said that word? Even the sound of it causes me indescribable pain. I'm dying. I'm dying over here. Okay. I won't say it again, I promise. But you have to admit, it's difficult to vanish into thin air. Did you search the lobby? I searched. Why the pause? There was nothing here at all, sir. That's right, nothing was here, sir. How can he talk so loud and still be hiding something? Alright. So, Zach was in this room when he vanished. Absolutely, sir. I saw him with my own eyes. That red silk hat, that flowing cape. He ran right in here, right inside this room. Silk hat, cape, that's Zach all right. But sir, look at the room. There's not a single place to hide. Sir, there was nothing I could do, but nothing, sir. It's really fun. We're gonna get to see these rooms and that whole like map of the courtroom from a different angle in the next game. What about now? Have any ideas? Sir! Ideas about what exactly, sir, if you don't mind me asking? You've had quite a bit of time since then. Has nothing occurred to you at all? Do you have any idea what trick he might have used to disappear like that? Hello. Psyche locks. I should have known. My Magatama, one of my most prized possessions, which I got during a certain case. It can show me the locks on people's hearts. And if I can unlock their hearts, they'll tell me their secrets. The Magatama starts it all, and the Magatama ends it. Okay, hold on. So, because I guess Phoenix has been with the Magatama for long enough, it no longer harms him when he uses it. Which is interesting. Or like if he uses it and then like gets something wrong. So, this is much easier than in the previous games. Or at least, okay, maybe in this game it does hurt you. Okay, later games it doesn't. Anyway. Okay, Mr. Meekins. What do you know? Spit it out. Hey! What's with the atmosphere in here all of a sudden? You know something, and I'm going to find out what. Zach Gramarye vanished from this room. How'd he do it? How, sir? Well, sir, I can't say as I... Sir... Why are you so nervous if you aren't hiding something? Well, sir, You see, at the time, sir, I was here and... Listen! It was impossible! What could such a little girl possibly do anyway? What did you just say? Sir, did I just say something, sir? No, you screamed it through that megaphone of yours. There was someone else in the room, wasn't there? Sir, I'm going to have to invoke my right to remain in a state of not talking. It's okay, Meekins. You don't have to tell me who Zach's accomplice was. I know who was here in that room that day. I've never seen that girl until just the other day. Mr. Meekins, I'm not buying it. Sir, that day, she was here in the room, sir. But he wasn't. You mean you chased her into this room? You chased her into this room, not him? Sir, in my days as a police officer, literally days, I learned a thing or two. Okay, just one thing, but it was how not to mistake a girl for a 7-foot-tall magician. 7 feet? Zach isn't that tall, is he? You have a point. I find it hard to imagine that anyone would mistake a little girl for Zach Gramarye. But you saw something. And therein lies the trick. I think you know what it was, Mr. Meekins. Tell me, does this trick look familiar? What's that?
I love Mike Meekins. He's so special.
That girl's favorite trick, the amazing Mr. Hat. She uses it in her show down at the Wonder Bar. Have you been to the Wonder Bar? So, it wasn't a waking dream, was it, sir? Come again? At night, on stage, I saw a vision. Except, it wasn't a vision. It was a hat. An amazing Mr. Hat! He really exists! You're so stupid, I love you so much. I remember it clearly! Oh, the details are a little vague. That's okay. Zach Gramarye exited the courtroom? I gave chase and cornered him in the corner room, sir. Zach Gramarye, don't even think you can escape Meekins! Down on your hands, floor on your head! Hello?
Something the matter, mister?
No, that is... Sir, I'm currently chasing a suspect, sir. Hello, the one who knocks. Zach Gramarye. Do you know him?
Oh, I love Zach Gramarye. His magic is the best. I'm his biggest fan.
I see. That's why you're wearing that costume you're wearing. Anyway, that very same Zach came into this room.
But no one's been in here except me.
But he has to be in here somewhere. Under the sofa, in the trash can, behind the painting, under the rug. There's no rug. So, Trucy was his accomplice. Imagine my astonished surprise when 1 week later, I just happened to walk into a bar and see him, Mr. Hat. I couldn't believe my own eyes. For a while, I thought it had all been a long dream. A dream that lasted a week. But it wasn't the magician who disappeared. It was Mr. Hat. Though it seems complex, what really happened that day was quite simple. You were standing by the door, and out came Zach. But that wasn't all. Another person got in on the act. She was standing in front of lobby number 2, along with Mr. Hat. Ah, and that's the beauty of it, isn't it? So, while you are standing in shock and amazement, the magician rounds the corner, and most likely runs through the closest door, into lobby number 1. This is where you come in. You turn the corner, and turn the corner in rather lukewarm pursuit. And at that very moment, Trucy runs into lobby number 2. Then all she has to do is tuck away the amazing Mr. Hat. Sir, I only lost sight of him for the briefest of moments. Then I saw that cape. Zach Gramarye's red cape, fluttering like a cape. Astounding, sir. All my days of posing queries and making inquiries and chasing quarries wasted. It was as if I could see them melting away like an ice cream cone left by the side of the road to die. Or the scattered remains of a messily-eaten chocolate parfait. Such sweet sorrows. I'm sorry. I had no idea how much you'd suffered on account of this case. It's an honor, sir. I've apologized to people many, many times. Sometimes more than once. But this is the first time anyone's ever apologized to me! Actually, about that girl, I'm sort of her guardian now. Is that so? Sir, you should know that I harbor no ill feelings whatsoever in my harbor. Okay. I let the defendant escape. That's the stone-cold truth. Just another step on my way from singing the blues to wearing the blues. Someday, sir, I'll be standing side by side with the great detective Guamshu. Mr. Meekins, this is a free ticket to the show at the Wonder Bar. If you want. It's an honor, sir. Sir, I can't count the number of things I'd had taken from me, sir, but no one's ever given me anything for free. Right, I'll see you in court next time then, sir. I look forward to it. All eyes were on Zach Gramarye that day in court, until his mysterious disappearance. Now, part of the mystery's been revealed, but the magician remained out of sight. It would be 7 years before I met him again. Oh, I know what's next. I know what's next. Like I said, I am using a guide to say which parts go, where, in what order, because otherwise you can really spend hours and hours doing this. But even if I hadn't had the guide, I would have known. Because not only does it bring me over here, but, well, you'll see. Hi. I hate you. I hate you. I've always hated you. If you want a good laugh, you should read or watch the video of a dramatic reading of a breakup letter. It's so funny. And my brother, he sits in your chair. Haha. That's how I feel about Christoph Gavin. Anyway. What was my voice for him? I'll be taking my leave now. Still have some work to do back at the office. Then I guess I'll go back to my piano. To be honest, it's better when you aren't playing. This frigid culinary dungeon almost feels comfortable. Later, then. Hi, kitty girl. 2 hours left on my shift. God, Phoenix, you are so real. Wonder if we'll get any customers tonight. Do you know who I am? Who I am? No, but if you hum it, I can play it. Just kidding. I don't do requests. How about a different sort of request? You see, I play cards. Oh, a customer. I was just hoping someone would come in and save me from a night at the Keys. I seek a true competition. I can't talk. I'm looking at how slutty they made his collarbone. Who, the artist for this game? Too horny. Bonk to horny jail with them. Phoenix, Clavier, and him? Collarbone for days. Where's Apollo's? No, they gave Apollo forearm, which is Amazing.
I seek a true competition. I have heard the Borscht Bowl Club is the place for this. Now I see the rumor is true.
And this is a friend of yours? Hey. Aw, don't mind me. Oh, what was his voice? It was like Kermit, but like also a newscaster. Aw, oh, Kermit the Frog. Don't mind me. I'm just your friendly neighborhood newsman.
He will not be playing tonight. When his business is finished, I shall send him home. This competition will be between us. No others.
The Right Talent Agency represents 2 artists. I'm not going to horny jail. They are. They drew it. And I don't find any... Okay, no, that's a lie. I do find Phoenix attractive. I don't find Zach Gramery or Clavier attractive. And I just love that they gave Apollo forearms because he's a punchin' boy. And it fits into my archetype of red punchy boys that I love. Akihiko Sonata, Knuckles the Echidna, Apollo Justice. There's probably another that I'm forgetting. Anyway, what was it? Okay. And I'm number 2. I play piano. Well, sort of. It's actually just a front for my real talent, which is playing poker. Don't ask me how I got started. I don't remember. But I'm good. Real good. It didn't take long for the rumors to get around. Go to the Borscht Bowl Club if you want a real game. Yeah, I love Knuckles the Echidna. What of it? That's my boy. He's so silly. There will be no Knuckles slander in this chat. Go to the Borscht Bowl Club if you want a real game. That guy's never lost. People don't come to hear me tickle the ivory. They come to watch me play cards. Is this a seedy poker club? No, it's a restaurant. We don't play for high stakes. There's no money involved. But real players carry cash, and they're always thirsty. It's a handy source of income for the club owner. Then, let's compete. I'll take you to the room.
The hideout, yes, but before we go,
Yes?
allow me to introduce myself. My name is Shady Smith.
Oh, and I'm Brushel, Spark Brushel, news reporter. Oh, I'm...
No, Phoenix Wright.
Huh?
You must always look a man in the eye when you make your introductions. You still do not know who I am.
Have we... met?
Today, in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty.
What are you talking about?
I am talking about this.
Man, if they had cut back on the flashbacks, could we have had a 5th case? Complaint numero uno about this game, to be honest.
Mr. Enigmar.
Hi, good to see you again. Okay, yeah, we've seen this before. We've seen this already. We've seen this. We just saw this flashback. This exact flashback with the exact amount of lines. You can't be. But you're... Zach Gramery?
Yes, the reincarnation act of the century. Pity I have only an audience of 1. You.
Zach Gramery. This must be a bad dream. In a sense, this guy ruined my life.
You there?
Oh.
You there?
Da.
We will play soon. Ready the room.
Da.
I will be preparing the hideout for you. Are you really him? The Zach Gramery?
Now I am Shady Smith. Remember this.
How many years has it been now? 6? And now everybody's been aged. Wow.
In exactly 3 days from now, it will be 7. I caused you much inconvenience, I fear.
Yeah, you could say that.
Is she well? Trucy, I mean.
She's fine. I've got her working already. Hope you don't mind. Yeah, this is one of the only complaints I have with Apologist is we don't need all the constant flashbacks. Agreed. We have 2. Orange Clavier aside, I think that shit is so funny. There are too many flashbacks in this game.
I need hardly express my gratitude, but you have it. This is why I have come. That and to settle a matter of cards.
By which you mean poker? Those eyes. He's serious.
I despise losing above all else.
Flashbacks taking up most of this case? No, not taking up most of this case. But the game has an unnecessary amount of flashbacks that, like, we don't need. Sometimes when it's been like, okay, maybe you haven't played the game for a little bit, or like, it's something that happened last case, right? If it was something that had happened last case, then it would make sense to show as a flashback. It's like, oh, it's been a while, right? But we literally just, not only we just do that case, but we just got that exact same scene as a flashback, right? And so to me, that says like, oh, they didn't have enough space on the cartridge for a 5th case, so they had to pad it with flashbacks. It's like, I would have just... Okay. Dumb. Stupid dumb.
And so I have decided that I will win tonight, no matter what it takes.
Phoenix probably tempted to punch Zack right about now. Yeah. I know this guy's type, and they're dangerous. Everything's about the competition. All else is secondary.
Perhaps we should take this time to talk before we play. I know you have much to ask me. And I, you.
Alright, hold on.
I must say, it comes as quite a surprise. I never knew you played.
I'd do anything else if I could, believe me. Oh yeah, there's something you could help me with. Do you think you could make that piano disappear? It'd help out in a lot of ways, really.
You say the funniest things with the straightest face.
People always tell me that, except I wasn't joking.
This is grape juice. Is it refreshing?
I usually drink too much and it ends up making me thirsty.
Oh, Mr. Wright. There's something inside that bottle.
Huh? It's my business card.
You aren't surprised at all. Perhaps you don't like magic?
I sure felt surprised. Maybe I had my poker face on. Troishka doll. Some type of alcohol, probably. One of the restaurant tables. This one's the closest to the piano. Which makes it the hardest to eat at, I hear. On days when I'm playing, that is. You now have a new profile. Unfortunately, it's too small for me to be able to look at what it is, so you'll have to describe it to me.
What do you think about the ukulele? The sound is slight, the annoyance curtailed.
A ukulele in a Russian restaurant?
Then you must go to a Hawaiian restaurant.
Hawaiian shirts don't go with my complexion.
I give up.
Zach Grammar getting sick of my shit is really funny. We competed that day 7 years ago, too.
Ah, yes. You must have been surprised. Called to the detention center out of the blue.
2, 1. Oh.
Showdown time. I lost.
It's only a game of poker.
The game I've played for a long time. It only lost twice.
Who was the first?
The man I killed, of course.
You choose your defense attorneys by playing poker.
Some are hired, others fired. When you compete, you see a man's true nature. You know what I speak of. I know that you do.
Trucy's power?
Trucy. She is in a class of her own.
For 7 years, I've played poker here at the Borscht Bowl Club. And I've never lost once. I'm good, but not that good. I win because whenever there's a big game, I bring in Trucy. And she sends me signals.
Daddy, he's got a good hand. You might have a chance if you act quick. Better call him soon.
Can you tell me what her power is?
Judging a person's thoughts by reading their reactions is a staple of performance magic. But those of Trucy's line possess far greater skill.
Her line?
Recall, you were the second man to whom I've lost.
Magnifique Gramarye.
That was the first time I learned of this power, as you call it.
It's Perfect Zygarde. It was either this or Perfect Cell. I don't know what that is. Wait, so you're saying her power is genetic? It's just in the Gramarye blood or something?
Blood.
Oh. Okay.
I'm sorry, but it is not something told lightly to outsiders. And it is nothing you need to know at this time.
It's some kind of Gramarye secret then? Fine. Okay, well, I don't think I can take care of that one right now, so...
She's 15 this year.
She's still trying her best to follow in your footsteps, you know. Just found you out you got an 89 of 100 on your second pop music and social change. Woohoo! Yay! Omedetou.
I see. When I planned my disappearing act, it was the thought of her alone that gave me pause.
Wait, you were planning on vanishing from the get-go?
Yes, and for that I must apologize. However, I could not be found guilty that day. Because of this.
This?
A transferal of rights. You see the signature?
A transferal? That's Magnifique Gramarye's signature, isn't it? I hereby give all rights to the secrets, staging, and performance of my magic to the recipient named below. And the recipient's name is you, Zach Gramarye. Perfect Zygarde. That's like a psych. Oh, is it from Gen 7? I might have heard of it. It sounds vaguely familiar.
Yes, it is I.
Wait, this page looks torn.
You recall the diary, yes?
Oh, you motherfucker. First, take a close look at this diary. See, this is a good flashback because it's been a bit. Note that a page has clearly been ripped out. As it just so happens, I have here what I believe to be the missing page.
Wait, let me see that.
How could I forget? That scrap of paper lost me my attorney's badge.
This is the real page that was torn from the book. Magnifique gave it to me that night.
You could have told me this earlier. Like 7 years earlier.
Once again, I must apologize. It was all I could do to prepare for my escape from that courtroom.
Zach Gramarye.
The greatest of Magnifique Gramarye's illusions are true art. As such, they are well protected by this document. Only its bearer may perform his illusions on stage.
Sounds like a pretty important thing to have if you're his disciple.
As the rightful heir to his art, I too wanted a rightful heir.
Rightful?
I'm sure you know who I chose as my successor.
Your daughter.
That is why I've risked all to come here tonight. Brushel. Sir? Here you go.
What's this?
A letter passing the rights I have inherited to Trucy. I would have you sign here as a witness.
But I'm not a lawyer anymore. And you need a public notary besides.
You may not look it, but I'm a certified notary.
You are?
By day, I wear notary's glasses and hunt for news. Also, by day, I wear reporter's glasses and notarize. When I take off the glasses, I can't see very well.
Your signature, please. This is the first reason I have come here tonight.
Damn.
Ah, I finally figured it out. Now I know why you've come out of hiding only now. It's been 7 years, you said.
Precisely.
There's a law that covers your situation. After 7 years, missing persons are considered to be legally deceased. So if someone was to vanish from the face of the earth 7 years ago, they would lose all rights as a living person after 7 years from that day. Not to mention all of their possessions.
Exactly, which is why I am here. I risk showing my face in public for the sake of this document. Before my 7 years are up. You might say I am securing my daughter's inheritance.
But do you really need this document? Wouldn't Trucy inherit your estate automatically?
Not in this case, I'm afraid.
This case?
Yes, I received the performance rights from Magnify Grammary. However, this was done in secret, without witnesses. Before Magnify died, 2 potential successors to his repertoire were named. Myself, Zach Grammary, and Valant Grammary. Not Trucy.
I see. So you do need this document.
I've known Brushel since before I vanished. He is a man I trust. Now, only 3 know of my rebirth.
I took the liberty of looking into Trucy's background, and found you had no other close kin.
It is as you say.
Okay. I was kind of hoping he'd say something about the mother at this point. I know everyone else, but Trucy's mother is a mystery. I don't know if we can do anything about it. Oh, but we have the locket. This has the photo of her inside, right? Right? Yeah. Okay. This person in the photo is Trucy's mother?
How did you come by this?
Trucy showed it to me. She said her mother was gone.
Then it is so.
Huh?
She is gone. What more is there to say?
Lots? Oh, I know.
Well,
You're still here?
According to my in-depth research, Trucy's mother, Magnify Grammary's only daughter, end quote.
What? Magnify's daughter? Is that true, Mr. Zach?
Brushel, you say too much.
Yeah? Why am I the bad guy? Why? Zach decked. Oh, fuck. Do believe it was Gen 7. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I know there's some weird ones. They're the Ultra Beasts or whatever in Gen 7. I haven't played it yet, but that's the next gen I'm gonna play. And before I play a Pokemon game, I look up the Pokemon in the decks to see who, like, how I'm gonna build my team. So I know there's some weird ones in there.
In any case, Mr. Wright, this discussion is over.
Thalassa Grammary. She's the most mysterious of the whole lot. I need to gather me some more evidence, clearly.
Well, the prelude may have been longer than the main attraction. Shall we begin our game? My final competition?
Final? Why?
As you said, I have come out of hiding today to make this document legally binding. Once that is done, I shall slip once more underground.
Without seeing your daughter?
It would be best if I did not. 7 years ago, we played. 7 years ago, I lost. I already lost to Magnify. I do not care to lose to another. And I've heard that you never lose.
It's just a rumor.
Yes, for it is impossible to never lose, unless one has an ace up one's sleeve. As a magician, it causes me no end of irritation. To think a mere lawyer might be out there, pulling the wool over so many eyes.
Hey, I just signed your document for you. Maybe you could try lightening up?
That was that. This is this. For my final competition, I will destroy your perfect record, Phoenix Wright. This will be my final performance. You are warned.
This guy is beyond serious. So much for a fun evening of cards.
Brushel, you may leave.
But it's your last game. I mean, what a scoop.
I punch and I punch, but still it is not enough.
I just remembered a future, prior engagement. Toodles, gentlemen. Oh, and nice meeting you, Piano Man.
Then let us begin. Dealer,
Da.
You will be witness to our competition.
Da. It is honor for me.
Why haven't I seen her around here before?
Ah, that reminds me. I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however.
Huh?
Gavin, I believe was his name.
You know him?
After a fashion. Listen, Phoenix Wright. One can learn much from a true competition. Remember this.
The Grammary power. I was close to understanding it, but I needed more. And I knew where to get it. Trucy's mother. I'd need to meet that reporter again. That was clear. And one other thing. From the moment my final competition with Zach began that night, a name was running through my head. The name of a man now in prison. A name Zach Grammary knew. But how? And why? Wow. I don't want to deal with this guy's ass. Fuck this guy. Yeah, okay, there's no way we're finishing this this investigation today. We'll do about half of it today, and then we'll do the other half on Sunday. And then we'll finish this game next Thursday, which is exciting. でしょ? ちょっと待って. I'm checking my calendar to make sure that I'm not lying about my schedule. ちょっと待って. Yeah, no worries. Okay. All right. His cell is way too nice. Is there a stream Friday? No. Never. There's never streams Friday. Hello. I want to kill him. I want to kill him. I want to punch him so bad. I want to punch him so bad. Oh, and his lapel, the badge is gone off of it. Oh my god. I want to strangle this man. Am I allowed? I kind of forget his voice. What voice did I give him? I know. Well, don't worry. We'll examine everything. Well, well. Isn't this an unexpected surprise? What errand brings you down to my cramped confines? Gavin.
This your idea of revenge, Phoenix, right? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago.
My past is like my logic. Straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction.
Fine. I'm glad we could have this little tete-a-tete, right? You look well, Phoenix Wright.
You too, Gavin. Oh wow, look at him acting like a pampered little princess in his fancy prison cell. Sorry, just something about that message made me laugh. He's got a window, he's fine. Nice roses. You taking care of this one here?
Yes. She's surprisingly delicate, you know. Requires careful tending, but she is my best friend, as they say.
Best? Come on, now I'm starting to feel bad for you.
Oh? Of course. She's known to bite if handled roughly.
Your rose bites?
They have thorns, Phoenix. Oh. I was speaking of the photo next to the rose. My retriever, Vongole. Cute, but feisty.
The Italian word for fucking clams. It's never not funny. Every dog has its thorn. Too bad we can't see an actual picture of the dog. But alas.
It's strange, you know? Here I am in solitary, and yet the books keep piling up.
Looks like you've got more than books up there.
Ah, yes, my collection. I have a few friends on the prison staff. They show me a little kindness.
Just a little? You have a whole-ass fucking violin and a bird. Who's the goat? Oh, okay, chair instead. That's some chair. Just looking at it makes me want to take a seat. You'd probably have to add a whole digit to the price of one of my office chairs.
In here, a comfortable chair is the most valuable thing in the world. You'd have to add 2 digits to the price of the standard prison issue chair for this.
Those prison chairs don't look so bad either. Maybe I should redecorate. Broke-ass Phoenix. That envelope's been bothering me since I came in here.
It's not nice to peek at other people's mail.
God, he's so scary. He is the only villain that has shown up in my nightmares. Like, from Ace Attorney, I mean. He's just nasty. Nasty boy. No, but the fact that Vongole was most likely put in Clavier's custody after Kristoff was arrested, yeah. You get mail here in jail?
That I do, though they read it first, apparently. Still, I am allowed the pleasure of correspondence. Packages and the like are a different matter, however.
Looks like sneaking a peek is out of the question. I don't know, you could just knock him the fuck out.
Life has been full of surprises, for both of us. I've no doubt you've never expected to lose that attorney's badge of yours.
And I'll bet you never expected to wind up here. Shady Smith was the name of the man you killed. Did you know who he really was?
Who he was?
Zach Gramarye. You know, the defendant.
I remember him, of course. But you say Smith was Zach? Impossible.
The Phantom seems more scary, not gonna lie. No. Clavier's... not Clavier. Oh my god, that's Clavier's worst nightmare, I think. Being accidentally called his brother. No, Kristoff scares the fuck out of me. Because the Phantom is so fantastical. Like, a lot of the other villains are more fantastical. I feel like I know a Kristoff. You know what I mean? It's kind of like how Mel is kind of scary, because, like, I know a Mel. Don't even try to tell me it was a coincidence.
What did I just say? Life is full of surprises, don't you think?
After that trial, you were arrested and found guilty. But your motive was never made clear. A mistake I plan to remedy.
You're not an attorney anymore, Phoenix Wright. What possible conclusion do you think this investigation of yours can lead to? I don't know what that means. I killed a man named Smith with a bottle because I am an evil human being. Isn't that enough?
Not for me, it isn't. I need to know why you did it, Gavin. That line's so interesting. People... I'm gonna pull up the history. People are like... I think people often misinterpret this line or take this line out of context. This, I killed a man named Smith with a bottle because I am an evil human being. Isn't that enough? Because people think, like... The context of the line is that he doesn't want... He doesn't want Phoenix to look into his motive because it will incriminate him for other things. And... it will make his life worse. Pretty much guarantee him on death row if he's not already. And that's all that, like, that line, I don't get, I should say, I get why people take it out of context because they want to see more to Kristoff's character. And they want to see that Kristoff maybe deep down is a good person, but I don't think that's what this is trying to say. I think that
Kristoff is a terrible person and that you can like him as a character. Like how Yuki Masa is a terrible person and you can like him as a character. He's fictional. But yeah, I wanted to bring that up. Clavier, look, one of us is serving looks and the other one is serving a prison sentence. We are not the same. When we were at the con a couple weeks ago, somebody accidentally, who was like, their friend was a fan of it, and they were like, oh my god, it's Apollo and Kristoff. And we were like, that's Clavier's worst nightmare. You recall that case 7 years ago? Ah, yes. The trial where Zach Gramarye pulled his famous vanishing act. My brother won his fair share of praise and adoration for that trial, as I recall. Genius prosecutor reveals crooked attorney, was it? And here's another thing, right? And I think this is the line that people should talk about more. Is that I think that Kristoff was a terrible person and Kristoff was a good brother to Clavier are two things that can coexist. You know? Because, as I've said before, narcissists don't necessarily act the same way to everyone. Something to keep in mind. That was when I met you, wasn't it? Was it now? The Bar Association Review Board voted unanimously for the stricted punishment. Unanimous, save for one dissenting opinion. Yours. It was my brother who was responsible for putting you in that position, after all. For 7 years, we've been friends. And yet, I still don't understand you. But right, your friendship toward me was never pure. You suspected me then as you do still now. As you still do now. Don't you? Honestly, right now, I'm not sure what I think. You didn't just brain a guy with a juice bottle for no reason. Tell me why you did it. Persistent, aren't you? I came here because I remembered something. The night of our game. Zach Gramarye mentioned your name, Gavin. See, like, we didn't need to see this. We just saw this. We don't need to see this again. And, like, even if you were doing all these out of order without the guide, that was so recent, you don't need a flashback for that. Anyway. After that, he was killed. And I asked you to help me. Because I remembered your kindness back when everyone had turned on me. I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit him. Hard. Me? Please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should it come to that. See, this is fine. This was from the first case, so we can get the flashback of that. It's also an extremely important part of the story. Yeah, like, I do think that Kristoff is a terrible person. Do I think that, yeah. Yes. Do I think he has an upbringing that explains, but not excuses his behavior? Also, yes. Two things can be true. Yeah. I have to know. Why did you kill Shady Smith? No. Zach Gramarye. Whoa. I've never seen psyche locks like these. Dark. Cold. Full of despair. Can I even unlock these things? Something wrong, right? No. It's nothing. You shouldn't push yourself so hard. Life is to be taken easy, you know. I want to rip his head off. He's doing his nails. Hey, what the fuck is this? You're thinking, what self-respecting man would use nail polish? Not really. I know appearances are a big thing with you. You know what I say? One cannot live a beautiful life without beautiful nails.
First rate in all things, except nothing less. That's also a very revealing, because Clavier also has that mindset. I do wonder if that was a familial thing or if that was a Kristoff thing that he picked that up from. Clavier, I mean. That certainly does look like first-rate nail polish. I like the sparkly bottle. It's crystal. If you're so drawn to it, please, have one. It's on me. Hey, I don't think we should use this. Hey, Phoenix! Hey, Phoenix, I don't think we should use this. What do you think about this, Gavin? Hardly need to remind you that I am not a free man. I care little about the outside world, save advances in chair technology. No information forthcoming there, I guess. Alright, interesting. Ariadone. Is it Ariadone or Ariadone? Whatever. I've heard of that brand. And this must be the brand symbol. It's supposed to be some kind of flower. Wait, no, maybe it's a hand. Wait, on second thought, is that an eagle? Who makes these things up anyway? You'd think they'd try for a clear symbol at least. So true. As someone who's worked in marketing, so true, bestie. Alright. Is there anything else I could present to him? The way we'll never know about the black psyche locks, yeah. Evil and sad. Evil and sad. Yeah. I have my thoughts about what they might be, but I don't think I'm going to talk about them right now. Maybe that'll be next week I speak of it. Or maybe, no, you know what? I think I'll speak of it at the finale. I think that'd be the best idea. Anyway. Damn, this place looks bad right now. I figured you'd come here. Oh, is this Drew?
I figured you'd come here sooner or later.
I decided on sooner. Drew Measham, was it?
I haven't done anything illegal.
And I didn't come here to whine about past events. I wanted to ask you some questions.
I suppose you have that right. That day, the entire court descended into chaos. Only you stood still, your eyes calmly watching. I admit it made quite an impression on me.
I'm used to finding myself in outrageous situations. What's my favorite video game adaptation of a show or a movie? Huh? Do you mean the other way around? Or like, it was a show and then they made it into a video game or something? I don't really have any.
Phoenix right, was it? I'll answer what I can.
I'm not sure, but it feels like I'm being watched intensely. Baby Vera's so cute. She's so cute. I want to die. She's so cute. Wow.
Well, this is my daughter. Vera, say hello.
Aww. She's gone. You meant the other way around? Well, I haven't seen the Sonic movies yet. I would imagine that they would probably take the cake. Otherwise, Detective Pikachu is really fun. There were some moments in that had me like really stoked. I really enjoyed that movie. It had a sweet twist. It was fun. It was whimsy. I appreciated it. It didn't take itself too seriously. It was good.
What? Okay, you just retracted that message, but I need to know why you sent it.
Shall we begin then?
Were you meaning to send that in another chat or something? I need to know the context.
Going home by any chance?
No. I was just checking out the door.
Oh.
Good thing I'm far too stubborn to take hints like that. Oh, she has like a big chair she can sit in. My friend and I are going to see Wicked on Sunday. I'm so excited. I've heard it's good. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard it's amazing, which is very exciting. And, I think I got that. What is... I have no idea what that means. The trailer for the Sonic movie 3? I still don't get it. I've seen it, but I don't. Okay. What's this painting here?
Oh, that's one of mine. It's an illustration for a book. It's not on sale yet, of course, but I thought it might be a good business. As a father, I'd like to be able to put food on my daughter's table.
Not a feeling I know anything about. At least not yet. Oh, he hasn't adopted Trucy yet. I see. Paints are scattered all around. Probably the ones he's currently using. There's something very artistic about a messy room. Not that this is anything to compare to my office. I guess that would make my office a masterpiece. Paints and pigments are lined up on the shelves, with some noticeable gaps.
It's embarrassing, but I can't afford all the paints I want. I insist on buying the ones I use with my own money.
Oh my god, look what's on the table! I can see how you'd want to do that, sure.
Perhaps you've heard that you can make any color, as long as you have the 3 primary colors. Well, it's a lie.
Poor guy. What the fuck is that doing here? Ah! Ah! There's so much happening. Okay, we'll come back to it. You use these gizmos for painting? They're pretty elaborate.
Oh, those aren't for painting. They're for analyzing.
I just noticed the yellow stain on his jacket looks like Hokkaido. Like the island. Hokkaido.
Paint composition, age, every conceivable angle.
Tools of the forgery trade, I guess. There are some finished paintings stacked up here. They don't look all that bad, really.
I'll sell you one for 50 cents.
That's okay. They look kind of heavy.
Oh.
Maybe he needs to work on his sales technique a bit. Oh, are these like failed forgeries or something? Okay. God, there's so much here. Okay, here's the red envelope. Maybe I'll just sidle on over here for a closer look. Yeah, Phoenix. Okay, there's so much going on. Let's start here. This is you and Vera?
Yes. Yes, we took that one quite recently. I know I'm a painter. Why not paint a portrait instead? I've never been that good at people, unfortunately.
Ah, right. Shouldn't you practice? That's an awfully small frame. What's that inside it? A stamp? Oh, the Maria stuff? Yeah. It sounds like they will.
Well, please don't touch that. I'll get in trouble.
Huh?
That stamp belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it.
Well, well, well. That's Zack and Valent. The Grammarys, isn't it?
The post office issued that commemorative stamp last year. And the Grammarys were at the height of their popularity.
Not anymore. Now that one of them has vanished off the face of the earth.
Vera went to see one of their shows when she was quite small. She's always been a dedicated fan ever since. She watched them every time they came on TV, until the end.
I see.
That stamp's quite hard to come by, I hear. I still wonder how she got her hands on it.
These are both very fascinating. What's this red envelope?
Well, don't touch that. That's, it's quite important.
I have a feeling, is that, that line from Snapcube? It sounds like a Snapcube thing. The painter's face just changed hues. Guess I'd better behave. Though it's tempting to just grab it. That's a pretty bottle.
Well, don't touch that, please. I'll get in trouble. Huh? It belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts on somewhere she can see it. She looks at it often.
There's a light pink fluid inside. Nail polish, I'm guessing. Huh. Suspicious. It's a pretty big meme. Yeah, it like sounds vaguely familiar. But did it originate from Snapcube? Because it sounds like... Hey, wait, the fingernails. Judging from this place, you're a painter?
Not, sadly, a profitable one. I never sold a painting. It's a source of considerable embarrassment. I would be able to get by were it only me.
Your daughter?
Her mother grew weary of me and left. I don't want her to grow up needy, Mr. Wright. That is why I began my other occupation.
Forgeries. Oh, Snap... Oh, the one who knocks. If you like Sonic, you should watch the Snapcube comic dubs. Or the... not comic dubs. Game dubs. They're so funny. Ha! Ha! One! Is probably my favorite. They also did Until Dawn, but I don't know how old you are, so that one's kind of graphic. But that has one of the things of all time that I quote.
Hello, hi, I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy to see you. Blah, 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 blah.
Don't look at me with those eyes. I know what it is I do. More than half of the paintings they bring me are stolen. And who knows what my copies are used for.
But some of your works aren't paintings, correct?
You may not believe me when I tell you this, but that was my first work outside of painting.
What?
To think it would be used as evidence in a murder trial, I never even imagined the possibility.
Then why did you take the job?
I was well paid. Very well paid.
I think he feels worse about it than I do. The past is hard to escape.
Honestly, the sooner I can put this behind me, the better. With apologies to you, of course.
Sorry, but it's not going to be quite so easy. He's trying to forget what he made. Looks like I'll have to remind him. Your work. Don't try to pretend you've forgotten. Well, Phoenix doesn't know Vera's the forger. Oh, and that's why he wants to forget. Okay. Sure, all you did was make a copy. But that copy might have destroyed the life of an innocent man. Or in other words, money. I'm responsible too, which is why I have to know. And you have to tell me.
I knew it would be difficult to escape this.
I'm almost positive. Hold on, I have to look up a picture of Hokkaido. I'm almost positive that the splotch, that yellow splotch on him, is fucking the island of Hokkaido. Is it not? That looks the same. Hold on 1 second. Hokkaido. Yeah, dude, I don't think that's a mistake. I think that they did that on purpose. That's a little too... I think they did that on purpose. That's really funny. Are these all different provinces of Japan then? That's hilarious. Hold on. Okay, hold on. We have to look this up, guys. Drew Measham. Drew Measham. Any fun facts about you? Yeah! Oh my god! The paint blotches on Drew's clothing bear a close resemblance to the shape of the various regions of Japan. That's so funny. That's so funny. I can't believe my brain was like, that's Hokkaido, and then latched on. That's so funny. Okay, anyway. I knew it would be difficult to escape this. Then, let's talk. Let's talk. Well then. Ready to tell me about this work you did?
It was unlike anything I had attempted before.
I guess it would be a little different from paintings. It's just crazy that I, like, recognize that, like, immediately. Maybe my degree did mean something, guys. Maybe my undergraduate degree, I'm using it, after all.
That is not what I mean. In all my previous work, it sufficed to create a copy.
This wasn't a copy?
The client gave me 2 things that day. The first was a sample page as a reference. The second, a printed document I can only surmise was written by my client.
So you used the real writing as a reference to reproduce what the client wrote?
Yes. As I said, it was my first job of that nature.
So, who was your client?
As I've said in court, I do not know.
Really? Even for such a suspicious request? If it was me, I want to know as much as I could about the requester.
I never met them. Not personally,
Ooh. Ah, a psyche lock, of course. It seems like you're still hiding something. Something about this work. Okay. I take a little save. I take a little save for you. Let's hear it then. What are you hiding from me, Mr. Measham?
I'm sorry, but I really don't know. I never met the client.
True, when I asked the client's name, there were no psyche locks in sight. Regardless, you're hiding something. You have to be, otherwise it wouldn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm. Why are you doing this to me?
Well, I've made my stand. No backing down now. So, what's Measham hiding? I'm gonna say the forger, because it was time to be real. I'm gonna say the forger because we know from the future, or from the present, that that's the case. I can pretty much piece together what it is from what you said.
What is it then?
You told me what you knew about the client. And I couldn't see any psyche locks.
Psycho locks? Is that some sort of asylum security? Or a new hairstyle, perhaps?
But then, they did show up, didn't they? Who was your client? We don't need this flashback! This is a perfect example! We don't need this. We don't need this. Even sister, we just saw this. I'm not bothering to read it. Anyway. Not personally. Those words triggered the psyche lock.
Okay, with the psycho locks. Now I really must know what they are.
So you didn't meet with the client, but someone else did. Maybe the real forger behind this evidence?
Perhaps I'm hung up on this lock business. But I'm afraid you've lost me.
Yeah, well, I didn't come here to talk about psyche locks. As long as I come to the right conclusion, it doesn't matter how I got there.
And your conclusion is?
The real forger behind this wasn't you, Mr. Measham.
Poppycock. I don't know what you're talking about. That's my work, I tell you. It's here in my studio. Who else could it have been but me?
That's the real question, isn't it? If the forger wasn't you, then I don't have many other people to choose from.
The real forger at Drew's studio is baby Vera. Oh my god, she's so cute. The real forger is your daughter, Vera Misham, isn't it?
Ridiculous. My daughter's only 12 years old, Mr. Wright. I've always been one for landscapes, not surrealism.
Nice comeback, but you're shaking in your boots. I've got you now. The only two people with access to this studio are you and your daughter. The psyche locks tell me you're not the forger, which makes your daughter the only possibility.
I feel very much on the verge of going psycho-lock myself.
That's funny.
I don't know how you knew, but you're right. The one who made this page was my daughter, Vera, not I. She's only 12. A genius, you might call her.
A precocious little girl outshining her father. There's been a lot of that going around recently.
Now that we're playing in the studio, she watched me. She taught herself in that way. The drafting tools and analytical devices I bought when they became necessary. They're my little girl's playthings now.
Ah, do I detect a bit of fatherly pride? So, Vera was the one who made this page. Would she know who the client was then?
Actually, the client came once. Here, to the studio.
What? Why didn't you say so sooner?
But their face was covered. They did not want to talk to me.
So, they talked to your daughter?
I will speak only with the artist, the client told me.
Then that little girl is the key to our mystery client's true identity. Okay, what do I do now? Maybe I should talk to her father a bit more. Or is it time to turn my attention to Vera? Let's talk to Vera. Mr. Measham, I have a request.
Let me guess. You would like to speak with my daughter.
Can I?
My daughter has never been one to talk to strangers. She's quite shy, extremely so actually. With only one exception.
Which was?
Oddly enough, it was that client. I left the studio while they talked. I returned when they had finished, and she was laughing. It was the first time I'd ever seen anything of the sort.
Please, let me speak with her.
All right.
Hi, Vera. Uh-oh. This could be tough. Hey. Why don't I try presenting this? And then there's this.
My stamp.
Hey, she spoke. She can talk. Yeah, so this stamp. How can I keep her talking? Great magicians, right? Isn't her grammar amazing? Yes?
Oh,
I especially like those two, Zach and Valant. I mean, they're just so magical.
aren't they? Aren't they?
Yeah, whenever I go to one of their shows, I'm like, whoa, magic. You know?
Me too. Me too. I love them. They're so cool. It's like magic. Yeah.
All right, she's talking. Not saying much, but it's a start.
I went and saw them with Father the other day. The opening ceremony at the Grammary Museum of Magic.
The Grammary Museum. They have one of those. I guess it makes sense now that they have their own commemorative stamp. So, have you been to one of their shows?
Just once, when I was little, with Father. The Grammary's on stage. It was like a dream. Disappearing, reappearing, cutting apart, putting back together. They do it all.
Yeah. Maybe you can keep telling me stuff like this? You know, about Zach and Valant, maybe?
Oh, sure.
All right, better get asking before she changes her mind.
They're the best in the world.
Huh? Oh, you mean Troop Grammary? Of course.
Father gave it to me.
Your father? But I asked him about it. He didn't know how you got it.
I guess I just took it. Yeah.
Took it?
Father got a letter from that person.
That person? You mean that letter was from the client?
Oh, We talked about the Grammys forever that day. I'm sure that's why I was sent that stamp. I didn't want to just send it back, so I took it.
They're a sneaky one, this client. So they were trying to get on her good side.
I don't go outside much. I like to paint in here.
Why don't you like the outside?
There's bad people out there.
Well, true, but there are lots of good people too.
Actually, I should tell you. She was almost kidnapped once.
Kidnapped?
Since then, she's been, well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house.
I see. Wait, but that doesn't make sense. She said she went to the Grammary Museum. With you, in fact.
Well, yes, actually, she was quite insistent on it, much to my surprise. That was the first and last time she expressed such a desire to me.
A person gave me a good luck charm
A good luck charm?
for when I absolutely had to go outside.
Yes, apparently she received something, a gift, from that client, actually. She won't tell me what it was.
Father, I told you to keep that a secret.
From that client, huh? This I have to hear about. Okay, let's do this next. So your father tells me you're good at painting all sorts of things?
I really like painting. A lot. Father is always very happy when I paint them exactly the same.
So you did this too?
Oh, yes, that was my first job.
Your first?
All I used to do was paint the same thing I saw. But this was totally different. The pen slips, and the way the writer held the pen, and the pressure on the nib. I had to use a microscope and analyze it on the computer.
She seems happy. Odd. Her work was the last nail in the Grammary coffin. I guess no one told her. So, you met the person that asked you to do this job? And you talked with them? What's this about a good luck charm you received?
I can't talk about it.
Huh?
If I do, it won't work anymore. That's what I was told.
Yeah, but I really, really have to know. Right. Time to do some psyche unlocking. I think I mentioned this already, but I love the Drew Studio theme. It's very unsettling. The client. You seem to trust this client. Quite a lot, in fact. Because they gave you this stamp?
No, that's not why. They listened to me. To my problem.
The problem that keeps her inside all the time? Don't go out.
Don't go outside if you don't want to. That's what they told me. But when I absolutely have to go out, all I had to do was use a good luck charm.
A good luck charm? That your client gave you? I think I know what your client might have given you, actually. Is this your good luck charm? This was what they gave you, wasn't it? The same bottle's over there on your desk. Your good luck charm, right?
I heard once. Cosmetics were once thought to ward off evil. This is a magic bottle. It has the power.
Ah, of course it does. I'll just refrain from commenting any more on that one. I think I know who gave you that bottle, actually. The one who asked you to do this job. Was this the client? This man is a friend of mine. Know him? His name is Christoph Gavin. He's a lawyer, actually.
I promised. I promised not to tell. I'm sorry. I can't talk about the client. I promised. And if I break my promise, the spell won't work.
I don't need a name anymore. I've got my answer. You're pretty confident in this charm, then.
I think it might be the devil.
Huh?
Or maybe an angel.
What do you mean?
I saw it. Or I think I saw it when they gave me this. I saw the devil's face.
Fucked up for a little kid to tell you. I gotta be so real. Are you saying the client's face looked like the devil's?
No, the client was gentle, with a gentle smile.
So, where do you see this devil, then?
It was so quick, I don't remember well. But that's when I knew that person wasn't like other people. That's why I believe in my good luck charm.
I'm not sure what this devil she saw was, but it's pretty clear that Christoph Gavin has her charmed. Well, I think that's all. I'll be leaving now.
I'm sorry for what happened.
If you want to apologize, try my client, Zach Gramery.
Did I do something bad?
What makes you think that?
Your eyes, they're sad. Very sad.
I'll put on my smile next time I come. Promise. I hope to see you smile then too, Vera.
Oh, okay.
Take care. Thinking back on my first encounter with a young forger, I witnessed something of vital importance that day. Of course, by the time I realized it, it was already too late. That's a good stopping point. Kristoff literally manipulating a little girl just to ruin Phoenix? Yeah. Kristoff manipulating a little girl. The way that forged evidence ruined Phoenix's career, but he promises to put on a smile for her anyways. The thing that's so crazy about this whole thing is that, like, Phoenix's life was ruined in a way that he could not immediately get vengeance, because the person who made the evidence was a minor, a 12-year-old, and the person who handed him the evidence was an 8-year-old. Kristoff taking advantage of children is a pattern. And that's all I'm going to say for now. Kristoff taking advantage of children is a pattern. That's all I'll say for now. Saturday we're gonna finish Okami. I think. Hopefully. And then Sunday, we're finishing the investigation of this game. And then Thursday, we're finishing this game. And then I'm taking a little break. Kristoff is Puff Daddy for real. Guys, can we stop comparing everybody to Puff Daddy and Jay-Z? Because I've been seeing a lot of that on the internet, and it really, like, okay, I get it, like, clown on the child predators. Their victims were real people, and people being assaulted as children is a real issue, so we should probably stop making such light of that. That's my take. Anyway, Okami finale Saturday. Ace Attorney finale next week on Thursday. And then I take a little break, and then I will decide the schedule. I'll figure it out. I think what's gonna happen is Sundays are gonna go away. Yeah. Anyway. You know the drill. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Be good to yourself. Be kind. Stay safe.
Stay hydrated. Please wear a mask. Dude, one of my friends got Rona. She doesn't live in my area. She lives a little ways off, but people are still getting it and they're still getting really sick. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, and I will see you when I see you. Guys, you gotta stop with the pissed on the moon. It's not funny. I'm laughing because it's annoying.